Boom! Yes, folks. So we're still in our little series on completing the square. Alright. In this video, we're still in the little phase here where we have a negative coefficient of x squared minus 1. But here, we're going to introduce odd coefficient of x. Watch the thing now. So, as we did in the previous two videos where we had minus 1 as the coefficient of x squared, our first move here would be to factorize by taking the minus 1 outside. So we get minus into x squared minus 7x plus 5. And then having done that, we introduce the square brackets and we say minus into x minus again. We take in x squared minus 7x, x minus 7 over 2, all to be squared, minus 7 over 2 in brackets, all to be squared, plus 5. Alright? So you see the thing. So this is the same thing that we would have been doing in earlier videos. We just have to remember that we have the minus sign outside here that we have to reintegrate at the very end in the last step. So we continue as before. So this will be minus into x minus 7 over 2 squared. 7 over 2 squared is 49 over 4 minus. Now, at this stage, if I have 5 here, and I see that 7 over 2 all to be squared is 49 over 4. My next step, I can move from 5 here, and I could put this as plus 20 over 4. So by that simple movement, I save myself a whole line there. I don't have to write back 5 here, and then go and write this here over in a whole new line. Right? So this is now where your mindfulness enters the picture, because you have to be concentrating when you're doing these things. Alright? Your 7 over 2 all to be squared is 49 over 4. This minus sign remains out here. We put the 7 over 2 in brackets and we square it. Alright? And the 5, seeing that we have a fraction here with a denominator of 4, we just express 5 as an improper fraction with the requisite denominator of 4, which is just 20 over 4. So we're coming up here now. Alright, I just taking a little space here now. Alright, coming up here now, and we're saying that with this guy here, we can now perform the arithmetic at the top, at the level of the numerator. So we'll get simply that that is equal to minus, which is this minus on the other side here, minus square brackets, x minus 7 over 2, all in brackets to be squared, minus 49 plus 20 is minus 29 over 4. Alright? And then, of course, we now multiply everything inside by the minus sign, and that will give us minus into x minus 7 over 2 squared, minus by minus is plus 29 over 4. And that's it. That is it. So just as we did, well, let me just write out the constants now. So a here is equal to minus 1. Your h is equal to minus 7 over 2. And your k is 29 over 4. Alright? So now we're going to do as we did in all the other videos to this point, where we're going to take the final solution and work backwards and verify that we get the original expression that we started with. Good? So we rub off the board. Clean it up nice and thing. And we start off with minus into x minus 7 over 2 squared plus 29 over 4. Yes? So we're saying that, let me just put this in a little box here, because we're working getting kind of close now. Right? If I start with this and I work through the arithmetic, will I in fact end up with this? Well, let me check it out and see. One way to find out. Right? So the first thing we do is deal with the brackets inside here. So this is minus into x squared minus 7x. 7 over 2 by 2, of course, being 7. And 7 over 2 squared is plus 49 over 4. All in brackets. And then a plus 29 over 4 here. Alright? And then we just multiply everything inside here by minus 1. We do the expansion. And I get minus x squared plus 7x minus 49 over x. Right, minus minus 49 over 4, sorry. And that would be plus 29 over 4. Minus 49 over 4 plus 29 over 4. Guess what? Is minus x squared plus 7x minus 20 over 4. And we know that 20 over 4 is our good friend 5. So your final answer here would be minus x squared plus 7x minus 5. So you see yet again that when we start off with the answer that we got, the final answer that we get, we work backwards and we get back the same thing that we had originally. Alright, so we have one more video in this little phase here where we're dealing with the -1 coefficient of x squared. Remember, we would have done 2 examples where we're dealing with the even coefficient of x, and this will be the second of 2 examples where we're dealing with odd coefficients. Sorry, the first of 2 examples where we're dealing with odd coefficients of x. So, look out for the final example in this little phase. But remember, we have a few more videos to go still. Alright? So, keep your head up, do what you're doing, and look out for the next video.